It's Week 16 of the National Football League, and we'll see Garrett Wilson. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Jets and the Commanders, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 24.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game winning streak. But meanwhile, for the visiting Commanders, they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here, losers of 5 straight.
So many different reasons teams hit the losing skids, but the best way out of it, something has to happen positive early in the game.
A happy Christmas Eve to all. What a good one we have in store as we are underway here in Week 16. Xavier Gipson now from his end zone. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, at Zach Wilson.
And he's got to be feeling pretty good about his individual performance from last week's game. I mean, he did throw 4 touchdown passes, so he's in sync with his receivers, and they're very confident. Did have 1 interception.
Yeah, the 1 pick.
And
they lost.
Yeah, so no matter how many touchdowns he threw, if it comes at a loss, he's not going to be satisfied.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Wilson out to his left. And he's able to get up here to the 26. When you look at this defense, they enter play 1 from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Wilson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. The Commanders set to go to work on offense, and they've handed the controls to this man in his 2nd NFL season, former Tar Heel Sam Howell.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard.
There he goes, left side. Pushing his way through. And juke this time. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. A huge play there for Washington. 47 yards on the ground. Back to Robinson now on first down. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. First down, Howell to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And the Washington first down.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. 5 plays there on that drive, and it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run. On the return is Gibson. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
Well, you're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
On second down, here's Wilson. And this one's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And that one results in 35 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The Jets at 10-4 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
On first down, Wilson buying time to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On second down, a run with Hall. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And he had to get this down to the 15. He won't make it. He's a yard or 2 short. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
4th down and 1.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. But a little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point, as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with a football. Al down to throw it. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Now that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
So out now come the Jets. And they'll take over here following the interception with a chance to tie the ball game. It's 1st and 10. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Paul again on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Zach Wilson, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are an extra point away from drawing level.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
Robert Saleh, one to take chances. His guys will go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it, and it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2, they convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Washington offense back out there. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down. Powell out of the shotgun. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Powell. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
And the Commanders' 1st down.
Back to throw. Howell. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Commanders.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing here, Howell. And he's knocked 22. Ahmad Gardner finishing off the corner blitz.
They've gotten up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards, and that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. The Jets defense making things difficult there. Fourth down.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a fourth down.
Sly able to put this one through. And they stake claim to the lead here. It's 10-8. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now Wilson. Flushed out right. And check down, complete to Hall. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now he'll look to throw it. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. And Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And that's caught inside the 35. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. That's going to be caught. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Throwing is Wilson. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Well, someone has a sense of the dramatic here, don't they? Scoring this late in the half to take the lead going into the locker room.
Now they just don't want to misstep misfortune on the next kickoff because there's still a little bit of time left on that clock.
Yeah, you do have to bring that up, don't you? In the NFL, every play is critical. And if you give up something cheap there, all that advantage they just gained goes right out the window.
And he is into the end zone, so they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. One last shot before the break. Howell. The throw out wide going to be incomplete. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in everyone to this Christmas Eve edition of the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get to it. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Matthew Stafford, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And that game all tied up as they do battle with the visiting Lions. We were treated to a strong first half from the former number 2 overall pick, Zach Wilson. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break. Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Here come the Commanders for the first possession of the third quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Off play action. It's Howell. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Robinson up the middle. And a good stiff arm and some space to run. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 85 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On first down, Howell. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 37-yard line.
And Howell will throw it. Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it. That's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 28.
It's a game of 10. First down, Washington.
Now Howell. Man open, here is Crowder. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On the give, here's Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Howell. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
You put just a little bit too much heat on now. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. He made his first attempt, this from 45. Sly able to put this one through. And the lead is back down to 3 here at 16-13. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Well, once again, here comes Garrett Wilson in the Jets offense. Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, or former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm not sure there's a number, but there's a great feel. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with the touchdown.
Yes.
You're never happy.
You're exactly right. The way he capped it off, so you feel that at the sideline, and now you're looking at your buddies and saying, okay, what are we going to do to take things away from him? Because I'm not sure the other guys can make those sort of plays, so let's make sure that we don't let him get going again.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
They'll run with Hall. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Hall again. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's Hall. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New York. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Now it's Crowder. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Commanders preparing for their next possession. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blow is the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Howell's throw complete there to Thomas. Into space at the 45 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And the Washington first down.
Powell to the air on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 27-yard line. They'll go play action. Powell. This is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders have taken a 4th quarter lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the 2nd half after a decent 1st half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. Now Hall to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. Catch made right side by Wilson. 7 catches for him now, and this last one a 1st down.
That's good for the Jets. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now it's Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Wilson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jets answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown on the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Wilson going to throw for it. And make him 4 for 4 now on 2-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
it's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
First and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with Gibson. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up fourth down.
Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the second time. So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Now this offense and Garrett Wilson headed back out. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. You never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Brings up second and 8.
Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. Straight ahead is Hall. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Wilson. Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll give to Hall. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's Hall again. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Zerline's kick is up and through, and that'll make this a 7-point game. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
So here we go now with Hal and the Commanders. down 27-20. A little under a minute 50 remaining. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down. Here's Howell. Pass complete. Thomas. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Howell to throw. He's got McLaurin, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. Back to throw. This one caught by Crowder.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here first down. Now Howell, and now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback there for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Back to throw. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
He's back to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
4th down, Howell, desperation time. To Crowder, and he's got it on the crossing route. This one came right down to the wire, and CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets.